What's the best present you ever received? When I was really young, I thought I might want to be a scientist. My grandmother didn't really understand what scientists do and gave me a stethoscope. Some clinical scientists use stethoscopes, but for the most part, not really useful. I pretended to like it and the stethoscope sat in my closet for years. I'm graduating from med school now and have used the same stethoscope across all these years. It's my good luck charm. The wife and I built a little lake house a few years back. Did it all ourselves. She was a real trooper during the whole project and I was able to teach her a lot about construction. The Christmas after we got it done, she used all the progress pictures to make a book through that online thing Walmart has. It was a really special present because of all of the commentary she put with the pictures. There are a lot of inside jokes and happy memories in that little book. A beautiful bedspread, the thing that goes over your bedding to protect it. It was satin and velvet, with sequins in a beautiful pattern. My parents even kept it and used it after I moved from home, didn't have a double bed in residences. It was for Christmas one year and all my parents could afford was a few CDs and this bedspread. I was appreciative I got anything. I was a neurotic kid. Probably suffered from the same depression and anxiety I have now. I remember contemplating killing myself at 6. WTF. My parents got me a puppy for my 8th birthday, and that probably saved my life. Me and that damn dog were inseparable. I made it all the way through college and back home with my parents when we finally had to let him go. He was nearly 16, I was 23. A woman I met through work, actually my boss at the time, is one of the most caring and compassionate people I've ever met. Through work we grew a great friendship and to this day, though she isn't my boss anymore, she's my best friend. Growing up, I've adored the game The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. It was my fave game growing up. I've always wanted it on N64, but being a kid I only ever owned a PlayStation and played Nintendo consoles at my family friend's house. Well, fast forward and me and that particular girl are chatting about my ongoing mental health issues. I wasn't in a very good place. She was always a great supporter of mine and would often pep me up about continuing on through my issues. One day, out of nowhere she comes up to me, and hands me something. It was a game. It was Majora's Mask for the N64. She knew I loved that game, and she actually loved it too. She herself has a tattoo of Majora and loves everything and anything Zelda. She gave me her childhood copy. It was a sign of the relationship we had built, and it was to show me how much I meant to her, and that if I went anywhere, she'd never be the same. I recently got an N64 to play it and it's one of, if not my most prized possession. I keep her beaten file on it and never plan on deleting it. Smiley face, it means the world to me. TLDR, Majora's Mask for N64 from a very important friend of mine. The best present I ever received was a wallet. It wasn't wrapped or even handed to me. The person who gave it to me knew I had my last wallet for a few years and it was ripping apart. I'm really bad about spending money on myself, as in I don't do it. I have no idea when, but they bought me a new wallet and hid it in a place where I would sometimes keep my wallet. It may not seem like a big thing, but the best gifts are the ones that are given with thoughtfulness. No lie. Birthday is on May 30th. This May 30th was special. See, the Toronto Raptors were playing vs the Warriors on the 30th. So for my birthday, I wished that the Raptors would win the series. And they did. A franchise first and like the first Canadian champs in 24 years. Best present I've ever gotten. Next year I'm gonna ask for world peace or for nuclear fusion to get off the ground, do some real good with my wishes. My ex-co-worker got me this plush dinosaur named Rocky from a pizza chain here in my state. I had gotten it as a prize because I won the costume contest when I was around 7 or 6 but lost it that same day. I found someone selling the plush dinosaur on eBay and was thinking of getting it when I had the money. When I opened my present and saw it, I wanted to cry because that pizza place was my childhood and my parents would take us there all the time. They shut down the location near where I live when I was 7 and there are only 2 locations but outside my city.